Hey you all, it's May the 25th, and I did a spread over my ex. It's not the full moon, sorry, it's like the day after the new moon of Aries. And I wanted to do a spread on my ex, I was curious if he had any children during or after I was pregnant with his son. And what I got a lot, see. What I got was not that he had any children. What I got instead was very interesting. See, God sometimes will show you things, God is always showing you things. So what I got was my ex was with me. That's why I said also in earlier videos, when you're broken, you attract another broken being. When you're of a low vibration, you attract another low vibrational being. So when I met my ex, I was going through a depression, as some tarot readers say about my situation and others. I was just discovering I wanted to divorce my husband of 10 years. I was very sad about it because I was trying very hard, but that marriage too was very toxic and I was very unhappy. I gained like 80 pounds while I was with him. I lost 20 pounds when I met my ex that I just left, or he left me. So anyway, he was already contemplating the 8 of Cups. He was already contemplating mentally to leave me after a while. So he's one of these guys. He's a player. He's in and out. He is a weird guy. As these other cards will show you here, he does not know how to love. His heart is closed. He does not love with the heart. That's why, like, when we would make love, it was very awkward. He thought he was doing the bomb, but he wasn't not connecting to me. It's more like he's used to just, I guess like effing the girl at the club, And he doesn't know how to make love. And that's also why God, how many weirdos do I know? I never met a guy like him in my life. He did not know how to open up and talk and just be with emotion and expressive. He was so like a robot, like seriously. I think he's crazy. So he was already emotionally closed off. But he knew I was going to get money. So he was staying for the financial prosperity that I was going to be bringing. So see, and that's what I saw as well with his ex. This one here, it was regarding his ex that he was with before me, his last serious relationship. And he's only with women for what they can give him. And then he's the kind of guy that he gets tired of you real quick. So it doesn't matter. He was married. He wasn't married to her very long. I think he even may have married her just so he could have been a French citizen. Then he was with his other ex. It's like he looks for girls so he can look good for status. And also like he wanted to with me, he was already making plans with my money. Like, oh, I want to let's buy a car. Let's get a house. But he was pretending he had money too. And I'm like, why are you saying it like you're ready to spend my money? What happened to your money, So he was already emotionally gone. So he was just holding on for the finances that were going to come up. So he was being Knight of Pentacles. He was being very slow. He was just trotting along in our relationship. There was no romance. There was no love. It was just very basic. And as I said with my earlier videos, like the last, July, August, September, October, November, the last 4 months of our relationship, because I had my son in October, he already was like out the door by then. way out the door. Before that, 4 months before that, he was just holding on to me with basic phone calls. Like, he never was spending time with me. He was not spending any time with me at all. He would just call me for like 30 seconds to 2 minutes, like, hey, how are you doing? Okay, love you, bye. And he would ask me what I want to eat. Why? Because at least that's something. Because then I could easily leave him, and he had a goal. His goal was my money. So, he was just doing the bare minimum basic with me, and I put up with it because I was so stupid, because I was still broken. And then the Three of Wands reverse, his plans came crashing down. His plans came crashing down when we finally had an argument, and I told him, that's it, I am moving to America, which I was already planning to do, but I was like unsure about it because I loved him, and it's like, gosh, what do I want to leave him or do I want to not leave him? And then I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm leaving him. So he didn't love me anyway, so he was already gone. So okay. Ace of Wands reverse with the Sun. And I asked to clarify the Sun, and it was the Five of Cups reverse, followed by, no, it was the Five of Cups reverse. So it was already like a false start. He was not reliable. So he just left me and my son by ourselves, and he decided to start anew and move on with his life. The Sun and the Five of Cups reverse, and then the Ace of Wands reverse and the Hermit reverse. It was like a battle he couldn't win, and so he just decided to be single. That's what also the Hermit reverse means, being single. And ironically, with the cards I pulled for his ex, the Hermit reverse came out again. I'll come in the light here. Four of Wands reverse. They had an unhappy, not a marriage, but they were living together. It was very unhappy. She was miserable. She was the Queen of Cups, but he was the King of Wands, which, as Tyler one time joked, the player of the zodiac. But see, she was emotional. She was in love. He was just, goal. He had finances, status, not love. For some weird reason, he's closed off to love. So just like me, Knight of Pentacles, he was just trotting along in this relationship and also making reckless decisions with their finances. And I tell you, even with me, with a little bit of money that I did allow him to play with of mine, he was doing really stupid choices, like really dumb, retarded, stupid choices, like burning my money basically. And I'm like, really? That's what, like he doesn't, man, you can't give him money. He just spends it. And the Moon reverse, he had secrets. He had secrets and addictions. And the World reverse, which ironically the World is here too, regarding him like restarting again his life. So so the secret was, he was already, he's the type of guy that if he's not happy right away, he already decides he's gone. So he was already deciding to leave her, and he left her with 2 small kids, like he left his other wife with 2 small kids. But he felt bad about it. So here he is feeling bad about it. Like with me too, he feels bad. He was the Five of Cups reverse. He was feeling bad about it, but he got over it. He's weird like that. So he was sad as well, but then he's ready to be single and find someone new. So yeah, I attracted a broken man. And so the 10 of Swords, this was an end of a cycle of love. And I learned to be the Nine of Wands, which is like the wounded warrior. But as you can see with her, it's also someone who's learned, like she's now a seasoned soldier from battle. Now she knows how to fight. Now she knows how to defend herself because of the King of Cups reverse, a guy who was like emotionally a nuthead, and the Nine of Swords reverse, feeling mentally trapped but able to get out of it, but there was no love in the relationship. I think I'm the Nine of Swords reverse. Like, I was in battle with the worst partner ever, the King of Cups reverse. Well, any king is horrible reverse. I got out of it. That's why I'm a seasoned warrior. This guy just had no love to give me. But I do have love to give to someone. Before I had no love to give to someone, but now I learned my worth. And him, he's going off to his next victim. And ironically, that's here again. Here he is, going off to look for his next victim. So he found the Seven of Pentacles reverse. Our relationship was not benefiting to him anymore. And here is our relationship, the lovers. And here I am, the Queen of Wands. I'm starting to realize that it's just not jiving. And here's the Nine of Swords, sleepless nights, anxiety, because of this King of Wands. And here it is again, King of Wands. King of Wands. He's a freaking King of Wands. The player of the zodiac. Wow. And Three of Pentacles. He doesn't want to work on the relationship anymore. So God comes in and does his magic to make it, to change things, because it's just not working out. Or he decides to change things. So he wants to move on victoriously from leaving me out in the cold with my baby, but he don't want no one to know that, because he was unhappy. You know, this was a failed relationship, and he's the kind of guy, as he's shown with his previous exes and me, that when things get rough, he runs away. He's not a man. And he's crazy and lacks a heart. So he fails to see why why relationships keep going bad for him. And Four of Cups reverse, he still doesn't understand why he's not able to get a good relationship. And Knight of Swords reverse, so he continues to try to headstrong go off and get a relationship. The World, trying to get a new, he's trying to get another fucked up relationship. Sorry for the cussing. And here is trying to get the new relationship and trying to get marriage. The High Priest, which is the Hierophant. So now here he is, the Page of Cups, trying to offer love right away after we break up to other women. The Three of Cups, trying to overcome his devil self. You know, maybe temporarily he's able to put his ugly self aside like he did with me in order to woo the women. And I couldn't remember this Page of Pentacles was upright or reversed. But it's offering financial stability, even though he has no money. And just Four of Pentacles reverse, trying to find a relationship that's based off of money. And you know, what can this relationship physically give me that will benefit me and make me look good to other people? And so he's fighting for this love And he doesn't understand why it's just not working out no matter what. He keeps coming across the same problem, and like a crazy person, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And he's like, why? I keep doing the same thing and I keep getting the same messed up crap. Because then he moves on to calmer waters after breaking up with someone, and he gets over them. He gets over them. And he has conflict moving on to his next person from an ending. And he's sneaky and has secrets. But hey, he wants to be the King of Cups. He pretends to be the King of Cups. And yes, so our relationship needed to be separated, needed a break, because he was being really stupid and foolish with a dream that was never going to manifest. And I was failing to see the red flags in the relationship, that this offer he was giving me was really going to go nowhere. And so there you go, guys. Look at my other videos, not the too much earlier ones. I mean, you can look at those too, because those are when he just freshly broke up with me, and I was like super shocked, super heartbroken. But the ones just before this one, because I'm talking about when you're in a negative, when you're in a codependent relationship and you're like, oh, I need him, oh, I can't live without him. Well, no wonder why you attracted someone like that. And I say again to look at this video, how to fix your man. Your man is Jupiter. It's about an hour and a half long. You have to go to astrologycafe.com and get your birth chart, not your birth sign. It's not good enough just to be, oh, I'm a Pisces. Nope, there's a lot more to your birth chart that you have no clue about. Like me, I'm a Pisces too, but I'm actually Pisces, also equally Libra, and then 3 parts Sagittarius, and then I have other aspects. And those other aspects affect your life, affect your relationships. They are things that you need to overcome in your life, your karma, your fortune, all that stuff. And when you understand it better, you can understand yourself better, because it's like then it becomes like a guidebook of your life. When this man was discussing about your Jupiter, every person has both a masculine and feminine side of them. So when you're hearing these people now talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine, yes, you have your divine masculine and your divine feminine, but it's also they're both in you. And that's why when you pray and you clasp your hands together, or you touch your hands together, it's symbolically a union of the masculine and feminine side of you coming to one to pray. That is why when 2 or more are gathered in my name, whatever they shall ask, it shall be done by my Father in heaven. So 2 already being you with your masculine and feminine in harmony. There you go. So my Jupiter is Libra and Aquarius. Aquarius is the astrological sign of my mom, and I realize that my mom, the problems that she had in her relationship, I was doing all over again. And when I realized that, and now I'm starting to catch myself and change it, that is helping me to heal my masculine, because my mom's messed up, demented relationships that she had, which she was stubborn and holding on to men that were no good for her, I was doing the exact same thing. Well, it's weird that her sign was in my Jupiter. So there you go. So you need to look at what signs are in your Jupiter and see if, like, your mother or your father's astrological sign is that sign, because maybe that's what's influencing you. It's very weird. It was mine. And so he stresses as well love yourself. Like work on your Jupiter. Man, if it's you're having female problems, work on your Venus. And love yourself. Love yourself, because you cannot be codependent. You cannot be like, oh, I need a man to complete me. Oh, I need to know what my man's doing all the time. Is he cheating on me? Oh, I need a man to so I'm not lonely at night. You cannot be like that. You need to love yourself so much that you can be alone and be happy with yourself. Be completely happy and content being alone. Because when you are happy and content being alone, that is when you will attract a healthy partner into your life who will love you as much as you love yourself. And he goes on to say, if you only love yourself 1%, then you will attract a partner who only loves you 1%. If you love yourself 50%, then you will attract a partner who loves you 50%. If you love yourself 80%, you'll attract a partner who loves you 80%. Because through Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, everybody should get a partner because of Jupiter, because Jupiter is law and order. And so through law and order, through the laws of the universe, you do deserve to have a partner. Not deserve, but should get a partner. But it depends on your state of mind at the time when Jupiter grants you this partner, what kind of partner you're going to get. So I understand at the time I was very broken when I met my ex. He is the worst ex I ever had. He's like crazy. There is no one in my life that I know who's like him, and I hope I never meet someone like him ever again. I don't think he's ever going to come around. I think he's always going to stay that way and die that way. I think he's crazy, and I'm not expecting him to come back. Well, he is trying to come back. I put a video out some days ago that he tried to reach out to me through calling me, and I didn't answer the phone. And then 2 days ago, he texted me asking me, how is Gabriel doing, my son? I didn't text him back. I hope I never run into him, and I think it's just best that I completely leave him alone and just heal and get his energy out of my system, because after doing these cards and seeing who he is, which I suggest all of you guys, if you want to learn how to do tarot, it's a process. Some of these tarot readers are like, oh, I learned tarot for 6 months and now here I am charging you guys to do tarot. I don't like them, because when I see how they interpret the cards, it's like they all do the same kind of basic ratchet tarot interpretations that seem to be very wrong. Not saying I'm right. I like Tyler's tarot. I highly recommend him. He's very spot on. If you even go to like his older videos, oh my gosh, he predicted so much stuff that actually happened in my life. So please don't be addicted to tarot readers. If you have to watch a tarot reader, I highly recommend Tyler, because he's very spot on. And I don't like these tarot readers who are very, very positive and everything is happily ever after. I don't know how the heck they do that. But those tarot readers have gotten me in trouble by, I want to believe in that happily ever after. So I buy completely into it. Oh, he's going to marry you. Oh, he loves you. And I am just sticking to a very toxic person that should not be in my life to begin with. And so they are no help whatsoever. You need to know the truth. Are you with someone who's toxic, or are you with the right person? And what do you need to fix about yourself if you are with a toxic person? You don't need somebody to be giving you lollipops and rainbows and making you feel like you're fine when you're not, when you are not. And that's why you have this messed up partner and you cannot even see how unhappy you are and how messed up he is. So you don't deserve to have tarot readers that are doing this to you, that are like giving you these fake happy stories just to make you feel good. And you don't need these ratchet, like, I just barely learned tarot and now I'm ready to charge you money, with my bad interpretations. You don't need that either. So be very careful. There are so many tarot readers in YouTube, and I honestly recommend just going with Tyler. There was one girl that I did recommend, the Indigo Mystery, but even her, I don't really like her because she channels, and when she channels, she gets too specific. And when you get too specific, you're no longer generalizing, because Tyler does it so perfect. He does general, and when he does his almost personal and his general messages, which is not to one sign, he is so dead on accurate when he is doing the general. Because no matter what the heavens are doing, are making an energy, as above, so below. And that's what Tyler's picking up on, the below part. And it should resonate with all of us. And when you're getting too specific, you're no longer generalizing, and now you're just focusing on one person out of like hundreds to thousands of people who are watching you. And that's where she messes up, because she gets too specific. And if you're getting that specific, then you're really reaching out to like 1, 2, 3 people, and not the hundreds or thousands of people who are watching you. So you need to be general. And the more general you are, the more accurate your readings are, because what's going on in the stars is what's going on with the general public. When you get too specific, you might as well just start charging and doing one-on-one with people, because as I told all of you, you all have your own, you're not just Pisces, you're not just Libra, you have plenty of your astrological signs in your birth chart that influence your life. And doing a personal reading does give you specifics regarding that. But if you met a new guy and you want to know if he's a good guy or not, then watching Tyler with a general message is good enough. Very good enough. It's like, having the weather forecast for your town. Or do you want to know specifics in your exact address? Knowing what the weather is in your town is pretty good. And he was very accurate with so much of with all his readings. He was very accurate with me. So, and when some readers are like, oh, if this doesn't resonate, then check your sun, moon, and rising. And people are like, what the hell? But that's why you want to look at your birth chart, because a lot of times with me, what I look at is my Pisces, my Libra, and my Sagittarius. Normally, my Sagittarius, well, all 3 of them really resonate with me. But you can also, like, when tarot readers do all signs, look at the all signs. But be careful with these tarot readers, because some of them are too freaking optimistic. And you do not need optimistic. You need realistic. Okay? Because example, this one girl, she was like, this guy, my ex, he's obsessed with you. And I know other tarot readers are going to be like, ooh, he's obsessed with you. But she's like, but I'm not going to tell you it like that, because this is actually a very toxic obsessiveness. It's not, like the other tarot readers are going to be like, ooh, he's obsessed with you. Like you got some kind of a future with him. Like, oh, you could possibly get married. Oh, he could possibly love you. No, this guy has no freaking heart. I just showed you my ex has no way to show emotion. So he can only do lust. And do I want to stay long term with a guy who can only lust? Therefore, he can easily go lust other women as well? No. So if some tarot reader is going to sugarcoat and be like, oh, well, he lusts you. Wow. No. And I also see that Tyler's very he's very empathetic. That too, you need to look at tarot readers who are empathetic. If some tarot readers like Indigo Mystery, she's not very empathetic at all. She will tell you very bluntly, like, oh, this guy's not meant for you. But she don't. Okay, for some strange reason, my camera turned off. So I was saying, like, with Indigo Mystery, she's not empathetic. You need to look for tarot readers that are empathetic, and Tyler's very empathetic. Because, like, her, she'll say, like, oh, so-and-so's not meant for you. And that she just leaves it at that. But him, you know, he's tuning into all of you. And so he is telling you in ways that are like if a doctor says, oh, you have cancer, you're going to die in 3 months, versus saying it more empathetic, like, you have cancer and I'm very sorry to say, but you'll be dying in 3 months. But, you know, that's just a way of a sentence. I'm just trying to tell you, like, how it sounds like when it's just dry and how it sounds like when it's empathetic. And I just highly recommend Tyler out of everyone. He has been so dead on accurate. But I do recommend that you try to learn how to do tarot yourself as well, if that's a passion of yours. And yeah, I wanted to show also how crazy my ex is, because this needs to be a warning to you if you have if you are sad and depressed and you meet someone thinking that they're your savior, which that was something my mom had a problem with, like, men are supposed to be your knight in shining armors coming to rescue you, and then they ended up being her worst nightmare. Well, it ended up being my worst nightmare too. So never be with a guy because you're lonely, depressed, sad, missing something. Be full and happy with yourself. By being that way, that means doing the things you love. If you don't like your life, start changing it. Start working towards changing it. You can do it. Okay? Believe in yourself. And when you start living in that higher vibration of self-fulfillment, of self-happiness, of self-joy, of self-love, then you're going to find a partner who loves you. And that I cannot wait to get, because apparently I will have this new guy come in my life that will be that good partner. So I am really healing myself so that way this person can love me as much as I love me, and I can love him too, because I have a lot of love to give to someone, and I do not want to give my love to this heartless robot who gives his lust to everyone else. So yes, oh yeah, and the astrologer from the your Jupiter is your man said that a perfect love is when you are happy with yourself, you can live your life by yourself, and your partner is happy by himself and can live his life by himself, and then you guys come in together and share the love. So you're living your life, he lives his life, you're faithful, you're committed to each other. It's not like when you go out, when he's out doing his thing, he's cheating on you, or when you're out doing your thing, you're cheating on him. No, you're committed to each other, but you know you have your own lives, you have your own happiness, and you don't need him to make you happy, and he don't need you to make him happy. But when you come home, you're happy to see each other, and you can just be romantic and loving and happy together. So, and it's so weird because I was telling my husband that he's gonna be my ex-husband. I was telling him that that's exactly the kind of partner I wanted, but I said it before I even saw that video, and that man explained that's what the perfect relationship is. Because I told my ex-husband, my soon-to-be ex-husband, that it seemed like my ex Elaine was trying to control me, and even my ex-husband tries to control me. It's like they try to convert me to being who they want me to be and liking what they want, you know, like instead of them appreciating me for who I am, it's like, okay, you're beautiful, but now I want to change you into what I want you to become. Like, I want you to be a peasant in the countryside like me, because I'm a peasant from the countryside, you know, and I'm not. I'm a city girl from America, and I love the city in America. I don't want to be in the countryside in France, you know. And my ex was like trying to force me to be the country girl in France and do the things that he loves, instead of him just appreciating me for being me. He's trying to convert me to being who he wants me to be. And it's like, I'm a wild horse. I don't want nobody to put a harness on me and try to, you know, now I'm a working horse. You know, I want to be free. So I want to have a partner who can just appreciate me being free and love me for who I am, but love me. And I would be the same with him. All I ask is that he's faithful. So that if you want a partner and you're like, but I want him to be certain ways, then that's not real love. You need to love him for who he is. And who cares what people think? You know, don't worry about what people think. Because if you guys are like, you know, oh, why is she not golfing with him? Oh, why is he not at the movies with her? You know, I'm not saying that you need to do everything by yourself. Like, if you guys want to go to the movies together because you both want to see a movie together, well, there you go. But don't force him to want to see a movie with you just because you want him to like the same movies you like. Now, if he wants to do it just because he loves you, that's another thing. But don't be like, I like these movies, so therefore you must like these movies, you know? Then that's not love. When you find yourself trying to control your partner, that's not love. So yeah, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.